दरकार पूरा एथरे
प्रोब्लेम था एग्जाम आपका मेरे मोड मार्क्स
ना ना हां एटार हां
तो पर्सपेक्टिव प्रोब्लेम अछि का पर्सपेक्टिव बेले बेले बाकी दियो
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Am I audible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many of you are present in the previous class?
Sir,
101. Mayor sir's class.
sir, first was done
Yeah.
16 something.
16 plus 9.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are right now joined 5, 6. We have to wait little 5, 3, 4 minutes more. Then start, huh? Biswajit. Hello.
Yes, sir.
कौन करछो वर्तमान?
Sir.
कोथरे काम करछो?
Sir, school रे अछि एबे जावेर स्कूल रे अछि जावेर पब्लिक स्कूल
भुवनेश्वर
अनुगुल रे
स्मितांजलि दास स्मितांजलि श्रद्धांजलि साहू
Yes, sir.
हाँ वर्तमान कौन करछो?
Means study.
हाँ हाँ नहीं चाकरी करछो ना केवल घरे पाठ पढुछो?
No, sir, घरे अछि.
अच्छा अच्छा चांदनी साहू
Yes, sir.
मु कहले एबे कौन जॉब रे अछो?
ना sir, job रे नहीं sir.
अच्छा
Waiting
अंशुमान
for a
बारी
good job.
अच्छा शशांक शेखर पुजारी शशांक
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
एबे केंद्र विद्यालय ना
Yes, sir. केवी रे sir.
केवी कोटी केवी को केवी
केवी sir. V2
केवी3 भुवनेश्वर केवी3 भुवनेश्वर
district मयूरभंज sir.
हाँ मयूरभंज डिस्ट्रिक्ट ओके
मयूरभंज district.
ओके ओके
Yes, sir. Thank you.
श्रीपुरा प्रियदर्शिनी आर यू इन जॉब or not? Sripura, am I audible? Sripura, am I audible? এটা মোর ফেসটা কোথায় আছে এটা না সেটা 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 ক্লাস ইউ 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 উপর ক্লিক করো তো ছাড় দাও এইটাই
अपन तो कल आशुंगे ना
হুম
अपन ये तो ये करते हैं आशुंगे ना
এটা আছে আর
अभी ସାର୍ ଅଲଗା ନା ଏଇଟା ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି
ସେଇଟା ତ ପୁରା ଇଏ ହେଇଗଲା। ଚାର୍ଟଟା ଛାଡ। ଏବେ ଯୋଉଟା ବନ୍ଦ କରିଦେଇଛ ତାକୁ ଖୋଲ। ନା ସେଇଟା ନା ସେଇଟା ସେଇଟା ବନ୍ଦ କରିଦେଇଛ ସେଟା ନାଇଁ ନା ଏପଟ ସେଇ ମୋର
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଡନ୍।
only 7. How long we have to wait others? ज्योतिरंजन बेहरा कड़मड़ कले
हाँ सर नमस्कार।
हाँ नमस्कार। मत मत देखि पारछो ना समस्ते?
Yes, sir.
हाँ
Yes,
सर हाँ
sir.
सर
हाँ हाँ एबे स्टार्ट करबा ना वेट करबा आ दि चार जन को पाई?
ତମର କଣ ଲାଗିଛି?
Let's start or we have to wait for others? Students,
Sir, don't know, sir. Maybe
Yes,
they
sir.
will join or not.
no, no,
Others
no.
will
On,
others will
right,
join or not.
right now 7 join out of 16. In the first class, you are telling that the total strength was 16, na?
हाँ
Manaswini,
सर किए
Yes,
थे
sir.
लेकिन आधे आधा क्लास ରୁ ସବୁ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ପଳେଇ ଯାଇଥିଲେ।
क्लास छाड़ी दउथिले अच्छा
ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟିଂ ରୁ ସାର୍ 19 ରହିଥିଲେ।
हाँ 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 ना वर्तमान 9 ही गलेनी
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ठीक अछि
ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଦେଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଆସିବେ ସେମାନେ।
ठीक अछि आमे लेट्स स्टार्ट whenever the others are coming I will admit them okay
ଆଜ୍ଞା
you know that only 2 classes has been deployed for the entire MLI 102 is it known to you or not
ୟେସ୍ ସାର୍।
only 2 classes right now whatever the information has been provided that 2 classes are allotted for MLI 102
Sir, two
okay
classes means this Sunday or next Sunday?
this Sunday another one I don't remember that I have to check it out and it is communicated to all of you I think 102 11 to 1 o'clock today I think in the next Sunday what is the timing I do not know and
9
it
to
is
11 a.m., sir.
okay just it is communicated to you can check it out in your at your level Sonali Arpita Samal Sonali and accordingly we have to make it our strategy and we have to clear the also briefing only briefing if you are going to the deep of the subject I don't think that it will be finished and we have to check it out the things we have to see the things which are coming under the 102 or coming in the MLI 102 booklet 1 and booklet 2 in booklet 1 you see that there are the topic name or the booklet name is management of library and information center okay management of library and information centers okay just prior that before entering into the topic I just want to tell about the things Wherever if you are facing any problem or any doubt, anything directly also in that time you can tell me what is what. Doubt should be clear. What about the things we are covering, and that should be clear. Now we may not cover the entire subject, but we have to cover the things. What the things we are covering, it should be clear first. Okay. Whenever we are going to manage a library, any kind of library may be of. Who can tell about the how many types of library we are having in general? Huh? Smitanjali Das, can you tell me?
Sir,
Already you have, huh?
public library, special library, and the academic library.
Academic library example gote delo. Just give me
Uh,
an example.
College library,
Mhm.
university library, school library.
These are the academic libraries.
Okay.
Okay. You know that the academic libraries and accordingly the special libraries and other one is public library.
Public library.
Okay. And generally whenever we are talking about the public library, it is a common forum. It is a common forum. Why I am telling? It is allowed for all groups, all types of groups. Okay. All types of groups means irrespective of age, sex, place of birth, religion, whatever the thing. Children are allowed, or adult allowed, or the old age persons are allowed. People are allowed. Old age people also. And there is no restriction, nothing. But in other two, in academic and special libraries, there is certain restrictions. There is certain restrictions, and accordingly, they are the bona fide users of the library in that academic and special libraries. But it is to some extent different from the public libraries. Public library is meant for the general masses, but academic and special libraries are not meant for the general masses. Okay, these are the main differences. And if you are going to the particular management of the information center or the library and information center, then it is to some extent we have to see what are the things which are related to what are the things which are related to the management and information centers or library and information centers. Prior that, before 10 years we are telling only library, but right now after 2000, I think uh, 2000 and 2000 onwards, up to 20, at the present context, present time, we are telling on the information also, adding information with the library. Why? Because importance of the information day by day increasing, and also it is to some extent vital for the people in all branches, all categories. Am I right? Students, your response is most important.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh. You have to tell yes or no, because it is my reward. Yours yes or no is my reward.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, what I will understand? How many of you are receiving? How many of you are not listening or listening?
Yes, sir.
And if you are telling about the management of the library and the library information center, then it is most important that we have to know about the different things, theoretical aspect and also to some extent management aspect. Theoretical aspect is also Ranjit Patra. You are not at all punctual. After 16 minutes, you are joining. Why? Ranjit, hello. Okay. Ranjit will. Ranjit, right now 13 added. Okay, you see that. The all of you are having your booklet. Have you received or not from the
Yes,
Millie
sir.
Center?
Yes, sir.
And you see that management, if you are telling about the perspectives of the management, then we can see that there are so many schools. so many thoughts propagated by or developed by the different thinkers, social thinkers, and they have given their own ideas for the development of the library, for the development of institutions, for the development of the centers, different types of centers, how the different types of centers will be managed in a very prospective way or a very fruitful way. These are the things most important. They have given their own ideas, and it is tested also. Ranjit Patra, you are so late. After 17 minutes, you are joining. And under that also, the concepts of the school of management, so there are so many classical, neoclassical, scientific management theory. There are so many theories which are related to the management procedure, and you will go through that. If you are having also any doubt also, you can ask me in the next class whenever I am taking, or I will take your next class, then you can ask me what are the problems you have not understood, what are the things you have not understood, what are the problems you have faced. And in between that also, because of the development of the uh, library services, because of the development of the library and information centers, and the types of services and the demands of the users on the library and information service information centers, there are most important things means of what, things of what, things of techniques, technologies, tools and techniques are necessarily important to implement in the service system, in the service pattern or service system. It is most important. If you are telling about the manual process of services, then it is a dilatory method, and the manual process of services are not actually important in the present IT era, and that would not be useful for the entire users categories as a whole. For that sake, we have to implement the technologies, IT based technologies, computer based technologies, and computer based technologies are most important in the present context, so that we can give better services for the satisfactions of the users as a whole, whole category, to satisfy the users category, you different types of users category, demands of the different types of users category as a whole, not to the general, not to the particular. It is for the general as a whole. Understand my point? Understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
These are the most important things. I'm going little bit. I'm going to the deeper part of that, but see that there are in booklet one. You see that there are 5 blocks. Each block is of having 4 to 5 sections also or units also. That in unit one, concepts and schools of management thought. Unit two, management functions. Unit three, total quality management, or it is in acronym. We can tell about the TQM. अरे पिला कहार गोटे ये को पार्टी करूची गोटे दूरे नियो आइसोलेटेड हेक टिके रुह 2 घंटा डिस्टर्ब करनी मु डिस्टर्ब कले मो ट्रैक रु मु बाहर की अलग आडे गले मु ठीक से इनपुट अस पाइबनी and it is a highly required change management. If you are not, we are not changing the management procedure according to the present era, present demand, present context, then also it is not important. Manosini Panda, after 21 minutes you are joining, that means your class generally
Nice,
starts at
sir.
11 o'clock and you can join at 11 o'clock. Maximum 1-2 minutes might be delayed or late or fast. But you are joining after 20-25 minutes.
Nice, sir. 11:05 ରେ join କରିଛୁ।
କରିଥିଲ ତମର ଭିଜିବିଲିଟି ନଥିଲା ହଉ 13
ହଁ।
ଜଣ ମାତ୍ର ଜଏନ କରିଛ ଠିକ ଅଛି ଆଉଟ ଅଫ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଅଂଶୁମାନ ବିଶ୍ୱଜିତ ଚାନ୍ଦିନୀ ଜ୍ୟୋତିରଞ୍ଜନ ମନସ୍ୱିନୀ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା ରଞ୍ଜିତ ଶଶାଙ୍କ ସ୍ମିତାଞ୍ଜଳି ଶ୍ରଦ୍ଧାଞ୍ଜଳି ଆଉ ଶ୍ରୀପୁରା ସୁଭାଶିଷ ପଣ୍ଡା ଏତିକି ଠିକ ଅଛି So my point of saying is, if you are not changing the pattern of the services, if you are not adopting the tools and techniques according to the better services or as per the demand of the satisfaction of the users categories as a whole, it is also to some extent not right the way in the management procedure or in the management of the library and information centers. Sanjay Kushti. So change of management also most important. Change of management taking to the present availability of the techniques, availability of the tools, tools and techniques, availability of the different types of facilities, methodologies which are commonly available in the present context, and the other institutions, other scientific institutions, other library and information centers are adopting and they are providing to their service users categories better services. Implementing these tools and techniques, they are implementing new types of tools, new types of technologies. As you say that your databases, different kinds of databases, we are using our databases for retrieving the information, for keeping our data and information for the future purposes. And we are also using our softwares, different kinds of supportive softwares, different kinds of library management softwares. As you said that your Lipsys, your Granthalaya, your Koha, your Newgen League, your so many things, so many other library information management softwares. These are the most important things. As you can provide also in the manual process services to the user categories, it is okay. But from services, better services can be provided only through implementing the tools and techniques, IT related based tools and techniques. Your databases should be implemented, or your what I told that your I mean to say that kona kahili, the uh, mm, softwares should be implemented for the better services. These are the most important things. And the system analysis control is also most important. We have to control the system. Whatever the system in the previous it was, what of the system in the present context it is. If you are not comparing, then we cannot also provide the, or we cannot also know the differences, know the systems of the present and past, systems of the present context, demands of the users, demands of the previously the people who were getting the services from the library and information centers, and the present in the present context, what are the demands of the different categories of the users as a whole. We have to initiate, we have to differentiate, we have to find it out the differences, what are the things which are in the present context needed or required in providing better services to the users categories. How far we are updated, how far we are automated, how far we are digitized, taking to the library and information centers, to the library systems, library services. Systems and services both are not equal. Systems are required to provide better services to the users category, better services to the users categories. So far, the analysis and control system of the system analysis and control is concerned, system approaches, flow charts, organization, these are the theoretical aspect. We are making a organogram, we are making a flow chart for the better services. If you are going to construct a building, then it is required what? Your planning. Planning is required. You are making a good plan first, then you are constructing your building. Accordingly, if you are going to implement the services, better services, implement the tools and techniques for the better services, it is highly required that to make a chart first, system, or accordingly you can develop yourself, you can categorize, you can segregate the system, the functions of the library services, you can segregate the different types of services, because one cannot do all the things, one cannot provide better services taking to the all types of services of the library and information system. It should be segregated, you know that a cataloger is appointed, ये classifier is appointed, ये computer based or computer savvy personnel, those who are having much mind in the computer and computer related things, they are appointed. Because of what? Because in the present context we are handling services, services using of what? Using of softwares, using of databases. These are the automated processes, and if you are not knowing about the systems, about the parameters, about the different kinds of parameters which are interrelated with the services, service pattern, service system, then it is also difficult for the service provider. A librarian, librarian is a service provider, or the allied personals who are working in the library, auxiliary staffs. Even a computer may have knowledge of the computer or not, but a library staff, starting from the library peon, or you can say that substaff to the librarian, and there are so many designations. There are different kinds of posts which are present in the library system. Okay, your librarian, deputy librarian, assistant librarian, library professionals, semi professionals, your library assistant, your library attendant, watcher, or there are so many other things. So all are important. All are of having their own separate duties, responsibilities, and whenever all are working in a better way, showing their own attitudes, showing their own skills, performing their own duties and responsibilities, then it is no doubt the better services would have been possible that time, and the users category would have been satisfied that time. Otherwise, the correlation, and that is what I can tell, that is your coordination. Coordination, lack of coordination may not give success to the entire service pattern, service system. So it is most important. It is most important, coordination and cooperation, and also attitude, attitude of the personnel. If you are having knowledge about that, if you are not having your attitude, then also you cannot perform your duties perfectly because of your lack of attitude. It is most important. All of you are listening or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
and you see that monitoring the control systems also most important. What monitoring? Generally, a librarian is the head of the library, and under him or her, there are so other allied personnel who are working on under the guidance, under the control, under the supervision of the of a librarian. It generally happens. It generally happens. Whenever the monitoring is not maintained strictly, and also the things what the other staffs are doing are not verified by a particular people, then also it lacks, or it lacks of what? Lacks the system by which the system may not be able to provide better services. It is also most important. It is also most and highly important thing. Coordination, cooperation, sahita, supervision is the most important thing. And under that system also, what the Luther Gulis were telling once in his theory, post curve view. Post curve view for an organization is most important. Okay? Can you tell anybody what is post curve view of the Luther Gulis?
7 functions.
Seven functions of the management.
Planning, organizing,
हाँ
staffing,
हाँ
directing,
नहीं नहीं छाड़ी
coordinating,
गला गोटे स्टाफिंग POSD गोटे अच्छी
Planning,
directing.
sir, organizing, as per staffing, D for directing, then C for
Coordinating,
coordinating, reporting, and budgeting, sir.
budgeting.
ओके ये जो डायरेक्टिंग शब्दटा जो कहला दैट इज योर मॉनिटरिंग पार्ट डायरेक्शन इज रिक्वायर्ड व्हाई without the proper direction also the system will not go in the right way. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Proper direction is most important thing. मार्गदर्शक मार्गदर्शक भल हेले सिस्टम भल चलिबो से मार्गदर्शक किए
Seven functions.
नहीं नहीं
No,
एठी
no,
हमर
directing,
किए
direct,
नहीं
directing.
नहीं एठी हमर किए मार्गदर्शक A librarian. A
Library.
librarian. Above all, a management committee is there. Library committee is also appointed. Under that management committee, a librarian is most important because the key function, key personnel is manager is a librarian. Librarian controls or manages overall functions of the library, and a librarian is a responsible person and also very important person before the management. It is okay, but the entire services, entire management, entire things are carried on by the or under the supervision and control of a librarian. Okay, it is most important. The others work under the guidance of a librarian. If a librarian is not ready to perform his or her duty perfectly, that means the system is defunct. The system will not go in the proper way. In that way, we have to see that who is our leader. A leader is leader should be a perfect leader. A leader, if a leader is leading an organization perfectly, means the growth of the organization is must. The growth of the organization is must. If a leader is not performing rightly, that means the growth may be of a tortoise growth. So for that, performance, measurement and evaluation techniques are most important things. What are the people's performance who are working in the or in an organization? What are the measurement techniques, methods? What methods have been implemented on the personnel who are working in that system? Are they working perfectly? What are the techniques you have implemented to measure them? And also, what are the evaluation procedure you have applied or you have kept in your system? Evaluation methods. Suppose someone is coming and joining in your organization, and he is performing better. In what way you are telling that he is better? What are the parameters you have fixed to evaluate him or her? It is most important. If you are not evaluating him or her perfectly, means it is in no way the growth. That means up to the climax services in the service pattern of you cannot go, you can climb up to the climax part, apex part. If you are really wanting to go to the apex part of the library system, services system, that means you have to you have to apply some certain techniques, measurement techniques by which you can achieve your goal, you can target your goal, you can achieve your goal perfectly, rightly. So, evaluation techniques are most important things, and under that also a leader, a management committee fixes certain rules. Your appraisal system, your daily reporting, your weekly reporting, your planning and procedure strategy. What about the strategy you have made for the for a financial year? It is most important things. And have you achieved or not? If you have achieved, it is okay. What about the other things you are going to add with your certain targets? If you have achieved, what are the suggestions you are implementing for the betterment of the library services? These are the things. These are the parameters. These are the fixed parameters and the parameters beyond the fixation you have to, and then you can expect better services, better rules, better regulations, better management procedures, everything in your system. Then you see, for that particular achievement, particular means librarian info. We are telling always, you just keep it in mind. Our discussion is on library services, information management services, and its organization. The an organization who is performing library and information services. We are not telling about the NALCO. We are not telling about the HCL. We are telling about the library and library information centers. The centers who are performing, who are giving services related to the library. library and information. We can tell about the data, we can tell about the information, we can tell about the knowledge dissemination. These are the things which are related to the library and information center. Am I right? Other than these,
Yes, sir.
in the developed countries, if you are analyzing or comparing our country with the other developed countries like Japan, like your USA, like your England, like other things, they are developed little bit developed than us, because the implementation, the new types of technologies they have adopted in the service pattern, service system. What are the extra things they are doing, that we have to follow them. We have to follow them. We have to follow them. We have to learn from them. We have to learn from them the things which are not being implemented in our system. That can make you a difference. That can make you a separate, or give you a separate entity in the field of library and information center, library information services. So, for that sake, it is, जिसको बोलते हैं सबसे अच्छा, मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट थिंग इज ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेस मैनेजमेंट. Without human, nothing is possible. I think robot cannot make everything, but robot can perform, do better if a person is managing a robot perfectly. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
रोबोट को चलेया ପାଇଁ କଣ ଦରକାର? ମଣିଷର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ଦରକାର.
ମଣିଷ
ମଣିଷ ଯଦି ଟଚ୍ ନ କରିବ, ମଣିଷର ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ଯଦି ସେଠି ଖଟା ନ ହବ, ତାହେଲେ ରୋବଟ ମଧ୍ୟ ରୋବଟ ହେଇକି ସେମିତି ଥିବ. ସେମିତି we are procuring databases, we are managing our library system through our database, we are managing through our library system, implementing or installing different types of softwares. Who are handling? Software is not being handled by itself. Database is not being handled by itself. A staff is managing that. A staff is handling that. A staff, by using the database, by using any software, can perform better services. These are the ways, these are the means through which we can achieve our better services, provide our services betterly. Otherwise, we are procuring databases, we are installing different kinds of softwares in our system, but they may not be useful for the users categories if the staff members are not handling the things properly. They do not know what is the knowledge management, what is the management of the database or knowledge of the database to handle the any kind of database. They do not know. What is the fruitfulness by installing, by using that? Nothing. So here we have to give much importance on HRM, human resources management. सबसे most important, repeatedly I am telling, human resources management are the most important thing in every aspect. Every aspect. You can tell about your service providing system. You can tell about your physical management of the library. You can tell about your whatever the things which are required in providing or in disseminating the knowledge to the users categories as well. Most important is human resources, and that human resources and the planning and development of the human resources are most important. Human also make plans, procedures for library, better library services and for better management of the library. So for that, if you are telling about the management of human resources of management, then it is also most important thing. We have to keep in your mind that financial management, requirement of the finance. It is also fully related, not to some extent. It is fully related to the management system, financial management, requirement of the finance, and accordingly, according to the budget, according to the estimation of the budget, we can make our system developed, we can provide better services, we can procure different kinds of things for the requirement of the library, for providing better services of the library, all these things. Is it required or not? Without money, can you do anything?
No, sir.
Who can tell no? Who told no?
Rajkishore.
Ko, frankly ko.
Rajkishore sir, Rajkishore.
Rajkishore, you are telling no. Why? You don't have any mind. You don't have any knowledge. You don't have any own ability that to help your users as a whole. Money is everything. अरे हाँ मोर प्रश्न होची मनी कौन टंका कौन सबु किछि
नो सर
हाँ मना करछो ताले डेवलप काहे हेई परिबोनी तमर नॉलेज डिसेमिनेशन तमर निज भितरे जेतिके एबिलिटी अछि जेतिके नॉलेज अछि ताको खर्च कले गुटे लोक मध्य ज्ञानी हेई परिबो ज्ञान पई मनुष्य लाइब्रेरी को जाए
सॉरी सर क्वेश्चन सर बुझी पार नथली सॉरी सर क्वेश्चन बुझी पार
अच्छा अच्छा मु क्रॉस क्वेश्चन सेठी पिलांकर नॉलेज को टेस्ट करिया पई गुटे कथा कहली थिंग इज you have to keep in your mind money to some extent required or without money we cannot make our system developed without money we can make our system functional we can manage our system we can make our system functional but if you are putting question or if you are thinking about the development financial requirement is a most important factor बिकॉज हम लोग को क्या करना है किताब खरीदना है विदाउट मनी इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल हम लोग को डाटाबेस खरीदना है हम लोग को सॉफ्टवेयर खरीदना है हम लोग को कुछ भी करना है मैन पावर डिप्लॉयमेंट करना है तनख्वाह देना पड़ेगा इसके लिए हम लोग को क्या चाहिए मनी चाहिए in that regard in that respect in that context we can tell it is a required factor but whenever someone is asking and you are having that knowledge you can guide him you can provide maximum to maximum input for the requirement or for satisfying any kind of user of your library of your information center it is in money in that case is no way related but money is related for the development of an organization for library is an institution we can tell separately to some extent library is a adding part or is an part and parcel of a academia or for special libraries but if it is considered as in case of a public library or to some extent library which are providing only services so means of what rural library your public kind of library whatever it may be but thing is it is an institution itself an institution and that institution how far important for the creation of the knowledge for developing of what teaching learning procedure also or for developing graduating that means in providing knowledge to the society as a whole these are the things which are possible through our library and information center rural library what are the function of the rural library because library is of having magazines newspapers different kinds of story books different kinds of amazing books different kinds of things which are available in the rural libraries. And people in all ages, all respect can go to the library, learn many things from the library, and can pass the time or gaining knowledge in that library. These are the most important things. But to some extent, whenever we are telling about the scientific institutions, telling about the academic institutions, but it is to some extent specific. And a specific categories of users, they do come and learn many things from the library, gain knowledge from the library, and they go back to their home. These are the differences in between the types of libraries we do have. But our point over here is the budgeting types. You know that already. You might have read in your graduation or in other courses. Budget is most important, and post that means PPBS. Do you know what is PPBS? Budget generally happens as a general budget for a financial year, and it is a tentative budget. Exactly, nobody can tell what are the exact expenditure in on a particular segment. Nobody can tell, and that is generally under a budget. It is a tentative, tentative part, tentative statement. Tentatively or approximately, generally budget is prepared, and whenever budget is prepared, and over a period, whenever a particular financial crosses, then the budget may be fully expenditure or may be over expenditure, and also to some extent the budget may not be expenditure. If you see that, if you are seeing in the block level projects, to some extent you can see that the money is coming, money is not being utilized in most of the cases, that is going back. But to some extent money is being utilized, fully utilized, and also utilized over the estimation is being utilized or expenditure more than the estimation. Under that also, that money should be recovered, and that is also postpartum budgetary system. Under the postpartum budgetary system, post performance budgetary system, that is managed. And budgetary system should be made through the control system, costing techniques, cost analysis method. These are the most important things. If you are not looking or giving importance to the cost pattern, costing pattern, then also we cannot utilize our money in the perfect way, in a fruitful manner. Mishaping of money, misutilization of money generally happens in during that time, during that period. So costing of the budget or estimation of the budget according to the requirement of the work is also most important. If you are implementing that system in our library and information centers also, we cannot make our library everything in a year. That we have to make our plan procedure accordingly. Every year we have to give a What? Proposal. Proposal for the development of the library. And accordingly, the budget should be approved by the executive committee. If the budget is approved, then it is the sole responsibility of a librarian and also the committee members of the library to utilize the budget, to maximize the budget, to utilize the budget or to implement the things which are proposed during the budgeted system. Plan and procedures. Plans. We have to make a we have to make the plans for a year, or generally you can say that for financial year or for 5 years. Generally plan and procedures are made, and you can make for each year, each financial year. So accordingly the estimation should be made under a budget, and that budget is most important. And heads of budgetary system, heads of expenditure are also most important. You cannot utilize your entire money on a particular field. You have to develop different sections, different types of uh, uh, things which are related to the library and information center. Suppose I am giving 2 3 examples. Suppose you see under circulations, it is required that to develop your collection development. And if you are not procuring latest books, newspapers, magazines under your serial control also, newspapers, magazines, books, or your other things which are related to your circulation and serial control, then and there also you cannot develop your library and to maximize and also maximize your library. You cannot maximize your library. And if you are not implementing or procuring the computers, barcoding systems, or RFID systems, or the databases, if you are not procuring, then also you cannot develop your automation. Automation is the most important factor, and under that automation you can do many things with limited staff, with a limited staff members. Automation, and under that automation you can provide quick services. Suppose someone asking, do you have this one? Without going to the racks, checking physically, can tell searching in your database is it available or not. If it is available, then is it issued or not. If it is issued, then you can tell that when are the students or the students are returning, suppose date, you can tell them that time also. These are the things. Sitting at a particular place in front of a computer, you can provide information to a user. This is the latest development, and these are the things which are really important, most important in the modern era, modern IT era, information technology era. If you are not doing, if you are not developing, if you are not developing in that way also, it is a traditional library. We cannot demand that it is our modern library. These are the only differences. These are the things that can differentiate between traditional library and modern library. Modern library, in that way you can demand that if you have developed your system through the automation process, through the digitization process. Otherwise, you cannot claim that your library is a modern library. And accordingly, Cost analysis method, cost techniques methods are also most important. These are the most important things. You have to utilize your money, your estimated money, in such a way that would be able to provide, would be helpful to, or would be helpful to provide the services to the users categories to satisfy the demands of the users categories maximum. And under block 5, marketing of information products and services are also most important. Before that also, I can tell you one article I have written, and also that is available in your Google, that in my name also you can search it out, information products and service. Under that, a very good article that is present, that is available in the Google. In my name you can search, that would appear, and you can go through that article. You will get maximum things. You will get maximum things. It is the gist part of your entire topics, or entire unit 16, 17 and 18. Information as a marketable commodity, marketing approach and techniques, and electronic market. And during pandemic, everybody is acquainted with the electronic marketing. You are procuring through Amazon, and you are also procuring many things through many electronic marketing way. And they are also doing business with you. You are also getting satisfaction. You are also purchasing your commodities, but without going to the right place, without going to the exact place. The people have been appointed. They have appointed their own persons. They are giving their services through door delivery. It is possible. And e-marketing means without any financial transaction, through manual way, and that is through only electronic way, it is possible. Through your credit card, through your debit card, and also through direct cash payment, it is possible. Flipkart, Amazon, one example I am citing before you to understand the thing. And also the same, in the same way, the library and information services would be provided to your users categories through electronic way. And also marketing is of having major role in that regard. If you are not doing marketing of your product, then also what is the gain? What is the benefit of your product? Most of the cases, generally the developers, software developers, database developers, they are also doing marketing with the libraries, different kinds of organizations, different kinds of centers, information centers. They are doing business, and that business also possible through physically, and also in another way, that is electronic marketing manner. Electronic marketing is also possible, and pandemic has given a lesson to everybody how electronic marketing are most important, that is possible in the society. Everything that is happening through electronic manner, everything that is possible in the present context. If it is possible, why not other times or future times we will expect that, but to some extent may not be able to provide 100% satisfaction, but to some extent major roles, major satisfaction can be provided through the electronic way. Suppose I am a librarian, I am providing library and information services to my user categories, that through my mail, that through my WhatsApp, my Facebook, my social sites, through my Instagram, through my so many other, using my so many other things also, that is possible. I am having resources in the library, and that resources could be provided to my users categories. It is okay. No users are coming to the library physically. No users are required to come to the library physically. But a library personnel or any person who are working in the library can provide the same services. Suppose you are procuring different kinds of e-resources, electronic resources from different your IEEE, IEL online, your ACM, your ACI, your Emerald, your Science Direct, your so many other databases you are procuring for your organization. But if someone is demanding through a mail that sir, it is required for me for preparing my class note, for preparing my examination, for preparing or writing any article, or for reporting, or for my thesis and dissertation, or for anything, any purpose, that also you can disseminate, you can provide the same thing through the mail to the users categories. It is the day. It is the day that has come for you to provide the services through electronic way. If you are providing the same thing through your electronic way to your users category, why not electronic marketing of the products? They are the organizations. They have developed their own databases. They have developed their own softwares. They have developed many things, tools and techniques. They are coming, they are providing, and also that is possible through electronic marketing. And we are we are satisfied that time if the system support, backup facilities, and your technical support team is there. Technical support team can provide you the support during your difficult period, during your difficult work. Suppose something is happening and that you are not being able to comply or to do that thing, and you are depending upon other party, third party. They are also charging to some extent for annum, that is annual maintenance charges, AMC. If you are any of you is working in a library or in an organization, then you must have the knowledge about the annual maintenance charges. It is highly required, and that annual maintenance charges will not allow you to break down your services. Break down your services. Services would be provided your users categories continuously, spontaneously, without any break. If you have negotiations with the third party that they are looking after your problems during a financial year. Do you understand me now? All of you? Students, are
Yes,
you
sir.
getting me?
Yes, sir.
These are the most important things. And these things are
Yes, sir.
required. You have to gain these things in your service period. You have to use these things in your service period. Without gaining these things also, it is impossible to provide better services. And marketing is most important. This is the age of marketing. This is the age of marketing. If you are marketing properly, if you are having liaison with the public properly, if you are having good communication with your users categories, if you are we are discussing about our users categories as you are deployed or employed as a library staff, then it is your first and foremost duties to provide services to your users category, to satisfy your users categories properly or in a better way. It is most important. And if the users are satisfied, means your service is safe. Otherwise, your service in stake is in stake. Yes or no? Management that time would be more appreciable if any complaint is not coming to the management. Am I right? अरे के बुझी पारलानी कि
Yes, sir.
तम एग्नेस्ट रे जदि किछि कंप्लेन नाही कोनोसी यूजर्स माने जदि किछि कंप्लेन करू नाहंती ताहाले तुम चाकरी ठीक अछि नहले चाकरी नथिबो बुझेला काहे कि irrespective of anything the service you are providing or you are employed in a private organization or government or semi government or whatever the types of an organization, but thing is how far you are reliable, how far you are faithful, how far your users are satisfied, how far your organization you are trustworthy to your organization, how far your organization is dependent on you, then you are safe, you are more required for the organization. If the organization is looking that you are only coming, that you are looking your job only and that is very fixed, pinpointed, and you are less motivated, less attitude oriented, and also your performance is not satisfactory, then you cannot survive for a longer period. You cannot survive in the long run. And you have to perform, you have to show your ability, you have to see the things which are required and which are required to add for better performance, for better development of your library or of your information center. This is one part I told all of you that in the second part, it is most important to discuss about the different kinds of centers. What are the centers? What are the functions of those centers? What are the systems are to be implemented for the better management of the library or information centers? And what are the required factors, more required factors for the better performance of the library services or better performance of the individuals who are working in the systems? Are they competent or need to be competent? If they are competent, it is okay. If they do not have that much of knowledge, in what way they can develop their knowledge to be to be a asset of an organization? These are most important things. You can attend your seminars, you can attend your conferences, training programs, different types of training programs, ICT oriented training programs, library oriented training programs, teaching oriented training programs, theoretical oriented training programs, practical oriented training programs. There are so many different organizations are providing different types of training programs. Your NASDOG, your Delnet, your INSDOG, or your other organizations. They are organizing different kinds of seminars, symposiums, conferences, refresher courses. workshops also, hands-on practice, where you can learn many things, practical oriented things, computer oriented things, database management things, software management things, or things which are related to the internet, or the things which are related to the internet with your system, which are interlinked, or the things which are related to the ICT, IT, information technology, information communication technology. These are the things most of the organizations are providing training programs, workshops. Uh, performing their own workshops or doing their own workshops. You can participate. You can gain many things, many knowledge types of different types of knowledge for your workplace. These are the things also you have to update yourself. You have to manage the things. Otherwise, you cannot perform right services, better services to your users categories. You have to do time to time. You have to be trained time to time, because whenever you joined in any organization, what it was, right now it is not expected from you. It is to some extent more expected from you. How can you manage if the automation digitization is there, if the system is dependent or services are provided through the electronic way, retrievation of online resources, dissemination of online resources, or the resources which are available, you have to find it out, you have to search it out, and you have to make it. That is, someone is demanding that your current awareness services, someone is demanding your selective dissemination of information, HDI services, which are there are so many other services also which are linked to the library centers, that you have to manage it, you have to provide them. How can you make this possible if you are not having that knowledge, if you are not having technology oriented knowledge, library oriented knowledge, computer technology oriented knowledge, and the knowledge in between of two things? Communication development is also to some extent required. You have to know English, you have to know Hindi, you have to know other things, you have to know how to convince your users categories, how to accumulate your users categories, how to satisfy that one thing. Just I have seen in my service period, someone is coming to my library. I may not satisfy in providing the online resources, but I can satisfy that for that time in telling so many things which are required for him or her. But you have to manage them, and if you are not managing in that way, also the users would be dissatisfied on you, and complaint will be raised on you. Complaint will go against of you. Complaint will go against of you. That also will create maximum problem. Will create maximum to maximum problem in your service period. You have to look after all these things. You have to manage all these things. Communication is the most important factor. And communicating your users categories through physically, through virtually, what you are telling through electronic manner, are the most important in the present context. If you are managing in both the ways, it is okay. But during pandemic, you see everything that is being managed through electronic manner, electronic way. Everything is being managed. And users are also to some extent may not be 100% satisfied, but 70%, 80% satisfied. But we cannot manage or we cannot satisfy the entire thing through electronic manner. We have to manage it because books is of having knowledge. If you are, if you Oh, yeah, an user is not coming to a live to our library, and how can we provide our books to them? We cannot check out against of him. We have to give means he has to come. He is bound to come. We can give in the scan manner, scan copy. Doing scan copy also we can provide. But also how far it is possible? Still, still we can manage our services, our service systems by adopting, by implementing different kinds of tools, different kinds of techniques, different kinds of skills, using our different kinds of skills to the users categories. Namaskar. So for this, these are the most important factors what we discussed over here, taking to the different kinds of units, block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5, management, taking to the management perspectives, taking the system analysis and control perspectives, taking to the HRM, human resources management perspective, taking the financial management perspective, taking the marketing of information and products perspective, and services perspective, information products and services perspective. These are the correlated, coordinated things which are related from one to another and which are most important factors which are related. Without money, you cannot develop. You can manage only, you cannot develop all these things. Without proper management of the human, also the tools and techniques, whatever the things just prior that also we are discussing, it is also impossible. And also that is, if you are having your developed databases, software, all these things, if you are not doing marketing properly, also that is also your lack of profit. The profit would not come or would not be earned to your organization. And also the resource sharing is most important things. If you are having, if you are procuring, if you do have also so many things in your library, how far the maximum to maximum e-resources would be utilized, that is also most important. Maximum to maximum. Only by keeping with you, also it will not give you a maximum utilization of your resources. By sharing with your members, with your other members, with the members who are intending, who are really interested in getting your resources, getting the resources, also should be disseminated among them or to them, by which you can gain maximum. You can also earn for the organization, you can earn for the institution, you can create a good brand for the society. Your library information centers, you can create branding, a good brand for the society. Listening your name, your organization, name of your organization, obviously the users would keep faith on the organization that it is okay, that if I am going there also, my entire things would be satisfied. You have to create faith. You have to create faith first on them. On them means on your users, your clients, library clients. This is not a easy matter. It is possible, but if you are managing the things in the right way, read the right direction, it is possible. And it is also most important factor in the present context. Students, are you audible and also are you understanding or
Yes.
listening only?
Yes, sir.
କାହିଁ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି, ମୁଁ କହି ଚାଲିଥିବି ତମେ ନିରବରେ ଖାଲି ଶୁଣି ଚାଲିଥିବ, এইটা ବି ଠିକ ନୁହଁ। ତେଣୁ ଯଦି କାହାର କିଛି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ବି ମଝିରେ ମଝିରେ ପଚାରିବାର ଅଛି ବି ପଚାରି ପାର, କାହିଁକି ନା ଏଇଟା we have been allotted very limited periods, only 2 periods. I think what Vijay Panda sir was telling, I have been assigned only 2 periods. 2 periods not maximum to cover the entire units. Okay, but still I am trying my level best to give you briefing, to give you feeding, by which you can understand that what is what, then you can go to the deeper part for better understanding. ମୁଁ ସମ୍ୟକ ସୂଚନା କଣ ସମ୍ୟକ ନହେଲେ ବି ମାନେ କୁହାଯାଇପାରେ କିଛି କଥା କହୁଛି ଯୋଉଟା କି ତମର ବୁକଲେଟ ଭିତରେ ଯଦି ପଢିବ ହୁଏତ ବୁଝିବା ପାଇଁ ସହାୟକ ହେବ ଆଉ ଯଦି ପିନ୍ ପଏଣ୍ଟେଡଲି ପଢିବାକୁ ହବ ଗୁଡାଏ କ୍ଲାସ ଦରକାର still I am trying my level best to give you maximum benefit or the things which are related to your chapters. I am trying my level best. Classical management theory, that is the period of 1880 to 1920. By this also your Hale's unified concept and there are neoclassical theory that is starting from 1920 to 1950. And also in that way also your modern management theory is applied, system theory, cognitive theory, organizational humanism, management science, other schools of thought, styles and approaches, problems and concepts of management theory, application of management theory in library and information science field, there are scientific management theory and also summary. Summary is the gist part of your unit. If you are only seeing that your summary also, that will give you a better idea for understanding. You can read. It is 100% required. You have to go through the summary part. You have to go through your summary part. Summary is the gist of your unit. You have to go. Everybody. And management functions, what we are discussing, that is postcard view, management indication or information system, delegation. You know that delegation of authority, who can tell about the or what is delegation of authority? Delegation of authority kiye kahibo, kiye tike janicha kahi paribo, what is delegation of authority? के जानी न डेलीगेट करबा माने कोन डेलीगेट करबार माने कोन के टिके कोन बुझुछ को एते पिला 16 टा पिला जॉइन करछ डेलीगेट करबार माने टा कोन कहा पाखरे बही जदि अच्छी देख डेलीगेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी लिखुची as an enterprise grows it is neither possible nor desirable for any one person to exercise all the authority and control. Already I have told you in this class, one man cannot solve entire problems, cannot do all the things. Because of this only number of personnel are deployed in an organization, because of only purpose, this purpose. An organization is appointing different skilled personnel, different types of personnel in an organization. Who is a master in the catalog or may not be a master in the classification. Cataloging and classification are both the things, are different things. Who is a master in managing and handling the computer may not be expert in doing cataloging, in doing classification. Also, who is a master and having strength and can manage physically entire of the things of the collections very perfectly, may not be a master in other fields, may not be a master in other fields. So for this, there are different capacity personnel, different skilled personnel are employed in an organization. And whether the persons those who are employed in different posts are performing their duties as per the requirement of an organization perfectly or not, doing or providing or satisfying the users categories or not, looking after the entire inter management things or not, are most important, and that is looked after by an authority. And an authority, as you say, if he, a librarian is the head of a library, that is the most important role is to look after those things, delegate the different types of duties, responsibilities taking to the present works or different types of works in the library. These are the most important things. An authority delegates different duties to the different personnel. काम बांटी दबा एबे बुझी पाला समझते आ जो काम बंटा जाए से काम से लोक ठीक भाव करुचे कि नाही ताकू मध्य तर्जमा करबा दरकार तदारक करबा दरकार जदि से लोक परफेक्टली न करुची एक्शन रिएक्शन बढ़वा दरकार because they are rewarded by the organization. They are rewarded, awarded by the organization. सेटा काइंड रे पारे मनी रे पारे कोथरे एनी काइंड रे पारे सैलरी पाउची आउ कोन माध्यम रे नउथिबो जदि परफेक्टली काम न करिवो ता कामटा के करिवो unity of command and span of control, these are the two most important things in the scientific management theory. Commanding is also most important, controlling also most important. How far you are having ability to control your subordinates, how far you are having ability to command the personnel. That does not mean you will scold them. You cannot scold your subordinates, but you can charge them, taking to the allotment of the duties. The duties which are given to them, are they doing or not? If they are not doing, what are the interim problems? You have to look after, you have to sort it out also. समय समय कौन हुए बेले बेले ताकू लोकल वेरिएशन बोली कुआ जाए काम जने कॉम्पिटेंट हेइतिले मध्य नुवा टाइप रो काम बेले बेले आसी जाए तू जानि न थाए सेति पई तो डिपेंड होवा पड़े जे जानि छि ता ऊपर न हले से काम करिया पई सपोज गोटे ट्रेडिशनल लाइब्रेरी गोटे लाइब्रेरियन अछि मैनेजमेंट कहला यूजीसी चाहूची आको गोटे यूनिवर्सिटी स्टेटस दबो आको ऑटोमेशन करबा दरकार तेणु इट इज द एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन a librarian who is employed in the library has to do this job. That does not mean the owner or director or the executive head of that organization is telling that you just be get out from the organization. He is telling to you that this is the time we have to do this, and during that time the organization can send you for training, interim training, short-term course, long-term course, taking to the demand, hands-on practice. Who is the institution? Who is providing that skill, that training? That you have to go, you have to learn, you have to do, you have to manage, you have to do in your organization. Requirement of training is there, and for that reason also interim training you have to take, learn many things as per the requirement of the institution. This is most important. This is the decision of the authority, and this is the zeal, this is the attitude of an employee, that the library or any kind of information center would be managed perfectly, would be, or the services will be provided perfectly. The users would be satisfied perfectly. ଏ ପାଣି ଟିକେ ପିଇ ପାରିବେନି, ଏଇ ପାଣି ଭଲ ନା? So, delegation of authority, unit of command, mode of delegation, principles of delegation, and to some extent sometimes institutions becomes so rigid on certain matters, certain structures, certain matters become so rigid. Why? Taking to the things which are required for the organism, because every organization wants development. From today what it is, from tomorrow the organization expects little more. MLI संजन करना, हाँ ଏବେ ତମର ଇଏରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିଯା, कंप्यूटर ଆମର ଇଏ ଥିବ जो मोबाइल ଜଏନ୍ କରିଯା. So for this it is most important, and that becomes a rigid part for an organization, and accordingly you have to give your time, give your mind, give your force, give your zeal, give your attitude, give everything. You have to give. Generally, what exactly Ajit Pradhan? In the day-to-day affairs, we are performing our duties. That duties may not be performed during NAC visit period, during your UGC visit, during your other inspections like IET or all these things. Washington Accord, IET, there are so many visits, so many inspections for an organization. For university, giving university status, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, so many other inspections are there. You cannot tell that I have to perform only 8 hours during that period. You have to give 2 hours, 3 hours more, because of achieving that target. How far the team would be satisfied, how far the entire system would be fine. Okay, that you have to do more labor, more performance, more zeal, more you have to show your attitude more. Then the thing could be materialized. Otherwise, if you are not showing yourself or you are little reluctant during that period, that means you are not the asset for an organization. An organization may take the other decision. May take the other decision against of you. So these are the things we have to keep in your mind during our service, and these are the strategies, planning, procedures we have to implement for an organization by which we can achieve our target, by which we can satisfy our results, we can be the example for others. We can be the example. We can be the example for others. That time, if you are performed, you have done the things in that way. You have to achieve. Your target should be, your goal should be, your target should be fulfilled, means achieved. Your target should be achieved by hook or crook. So, in every field, be a part of your industry or library information center or school college or for any other organizations, wherever you go, everything is target oriented. Everything is target oriented, and everything is also run on systems, proper systems, procedures. So job analysis is most important factor. Analyzing your job is the most important factor. Most important factor. What is the duty or what is the work of today? What is the work of tomorrow? What are the works after 1 month? You have to fix it out. Fix it out. You have to fix it out. And what the other things which is in the present called as value addition. It is most important factor. How far you have added the value to your organization? What kind of more things you have done apart from your general duty, as usual duty? Every day you are coming and issuing books, taking away the books from the students, it is okay. Or cataloging or classification, these are the common things for every day. Apart from these things, what more things you have done in a month? More 5 things I have done like this, like that, like that. These are the most important things. And these are the things you have to do. These are the things you have to do. Otherwise, your growth, your promotion, your increment, your the what exactly I would like to tell you, incremental things. would be impossible. You are appointed as a library assistant, you will retire as a library assistant. But to some extent, you might have observed someone is entering in a job, but someone is retiring in a very good position. How is it possible? Both the persons entered in the same time, same day, but someone is in the same position, but another one is retiring in 4 to 5 after 4 to 5 promotions. How is it possible? Because the variation is who has not been promoted is a dormant, lethargic, is not having zeal, is not showing his attitude, is not updating himself. In that way, he is not eligible for getting any promotion or for going to the next post. His or her performance is no more. But in that same way, another one who is updating himself is more aggressive in his duty and doing maximum to maximum things, giving time, showing his attitude, and he is a lover of the users categories. Obviously, no complaint, nothing. Performance is better. He is going to the upper position, and obviously he is retiring after 5, 6 promotions. Good salary, better prestige, all these things. Someone should understand what is the merit, what is the demerit, what I have to do, what I have not to do, what are the things I have to perform, what are the things I have not to perform, by which I can be an exposure one for the organization. I can be more lovable for the management. I can be more demandable for the users categories. These are the things, and these are the most important things in the present context. We have to see, look after. We have to give mind on those things. Job analysis is most important. And another thing is interpersonal relationship. It is a most important thing in the service period. If you are not having good relation with your colleagues, if you are not having good relation with the management, if you are not having good relation with your clients, users categories, also it is a problem for you people. 1 minute, excuse. Arias, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଅନଲାଇନ କ୍ଲାସ MLI ର ନଉଛି ଆଜି ସନ୍ଡେ କହୁନ କଥା ହବା ଟିକେ ମାନେ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି ଯଦି କହିଦିଅ ନହେଲେ କଥା ଟିକେ ହବ କହୁନ କଣ କହିଦବ ଯଦି ଠିକ ଅଛି ଆଉ ଟିକେ ମୁଁ ଆଜି ତମକୁ କଲ୍ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କରିବି ହେଲା we are discussing about the interpersonal relationship. A worker to create his or her faith, good relationship with the other worker, other staff members, with the other members who are working in your team. Even not in your team, with the other teams also. Even not the other teams, with the management also. You have to create your faith, goodwill, good relationship, by which it can be a gainer. It can be a gainer for you. And if you are not having that also, jealousy is coming, go between is coming within your body and mind. And you are thinking that, oh, why should I share my knowledge with others? Why should I do? This is my confined work. This is his or her work. I should not do this. I should be reluctant in performing this or that during even emergency period. If someone is facing problem, also I should not help them. By which you will not be sellable in the market. You will not be a sellable in the market, and you will be a loser. You will be a loser one. You will face maximum to maximum problems because everyone would not cooperate, would not be a cooperative one for you. You have to make a good relationship with the other staff members. You have to share your knowledge. You have to share your everything, by which you will also be benefited from others. The others would be benefited from you. And a team would be a good team for achieving a common goal. A team that time would be a good team if coordination, correlation, hey, everything is maintained in a team. And if you are having anxiety and you are creating stress for others and you do not have zeal, you are very arrogant, you are not talking with the other people, and also to some extent you are isolated. So many other things, bad natures you are having. Then that time what would happen? You will face problem. Others will put you maximum problems. So these are the things you have to avoid. These are the most important things. You have to analyze yourself. Who am I? Why I am appointed? What is my roles? If this is the my role, what the other roles I can do for the organization, for the library, for the information center? What more things if I am doing? What more things I have to do? Whether I have to give maximum time or the things which are coming to mind table also should be properly handled, managed. This kind of attitude should be born in your mind, and you have to do all those things very nicely, perfectly. Then and there, you are the right man for the organization. You are the best professional for the organization. Otherwise, learning or you will feel that I am a gold medalist, I have been appointed as a librarian, I should not cooperate with the other staff members, I am very brilliant, all these things, I am getting 1 lakh plus salary, why should I tell, why should I share, why should I sit with the others? All those things are very bad temperament. And that will put problems maximum time. This is interpersonal relationship, and these interpersonal relationship may enhance your ability, may enhance your position, may enhance your salary, may enhance everything. And that attitude should be born, should be performed by every staff members of the library and information center. Be it skillfulness, be it interpersonal relationship, be it technical skill, be it judgment of the matter, be it everything. So, uprising all these things, avoiding difficulties, coordinating with the staff members, leading the organization, giving your command to your subordinates, and through the unitary method, unit of span and uh, means of what? Span of control manner, may your organization be more successful, more successful, more successful. So managerial communication, you can go to the page number 59. Then in the new booklets, what is the page number? I do not know. That is coming into the style of leadership, and that is managerial communication. That we can find it a concern for people high and low, concern of production, that is high and low. It has been demarcated. In what way it has been low, in it is low, in what way it is going to be high. A comparative statement, the statements are given, you can go through also, you will be knowing that. And I'm going to cover the entire booklet one covering 5 chapters. Still I'm telling that I am not satisfied. How far you are satisfied, that is up to you. Because I have not covered the entire chapters bit by bit by bit, bit by bit. I have given the brief concept, brief ideas on the things which are coming under the category of 5 concepts. Concepts means of 5 blocks in different units. Okay, students? हाँ
Okay, sir.
हाँ हाँ ଆଉ ଏତିକି I am giving you people assurance that you are, all of you are welcome. You can come, you can call me, also you can ask me in the next class anything. If you are going to read the units perfectly and you are facing problem in understanding, then you can ask me that time also. One thing. And another thing is also try to submit your assignments in the due time. One thing is most important, you have to submit your assignments in the due period. Taki we can evaluate the assignments, we can submit the marks to the regional center or head office. And if you have cleared the entire theory papers and we have provided the assignment marks, it would be benefited for you people to get a certificate. Otherwise, you have cleared the theory, you have not submitted the marks and the assignments, and the assignments are not evaluated, the marks have not been sent, that you will get a fail certificate, incomplete certificate. One thing. Another thing is MLI course re गोटे project ଅଛି, and that project you have to submit also 100 marks. For that you have to get
Sir, with
permission.
assignment?
It is separate than the assignment,
Okay, sir.
and you have to write also a synopsis. You have to send that synopsis to the head office. Head office will permit you to proceed and prepare a full-fledged report. Okay, and then you can send it for evaluation. That is most important, and that mark should be sent in the due period, due time, if you have submitted in due time. Otherwise, that will create problem. Another thing is what? You are having 4 seminars. Seminar 1, Seminar 2, Seminar 3, Seminar 4. you have to prepare 4 seminars assignments, seminar topics you have to write, and after writing you have to submit those 4 seminar topics to the study center. And study center, the duty of the study center to organize those seminars through online, because during pandemic everything is going through online. And if the pandemic would be disappeared, will go out, no doubt it would be conducted through physically. ठीक बुझिपारल चारिटा अच्छी आ सेटा मध्य निजे लेखिकी सबमिट करिवो यू हैव टू राइट यू हैव टू सबमिट टू द स्टडी सेंटर
सर प्रैक्टिकल
प्रैक्टिकल अच्छी generally Dr. D.P. Sandha, who is the coordinator or counselor of this BLS and MLS program, generally he conducts that. He will do that. Okay, that is the duty of the study center, whom the study center is assigning. That will time will take. But thing is, you have to prepare, you have to write, you have to go through the things which are present in your assignment. What to do, what not to do. These are the things which are coming under the MLS course, MLS program, and I just put in your mind. These are the things you have to do.
सर जो
Otherwise,
प्रोजेक्ट
हाँ
सर जो प्रोजेक्ट रे जो काउंसलर अछि सेटा केमदी करियो प्रोजेक्ट बनै साला पर काउंसलर गोटे दरकार पड़ो
प्रोजेक्ट बने साला पर काउंसलर कौन
सर वी नीड ए गाइड
हाँ गाइड
गाइड
आज हाँ काउंसलर माने सेटा गाइड सुपरवाइजर कथा कहउछ तुम काउंसलर
हां
भूल ले कर
सुपर
super you have to see the supervisor who will guide you whether your topic is fit, you're right or wrong, whether you have done all these things or not known to you. Who can guide you perfectly? How can you write? What are the methodologies you have to follow? What are the things you have to keep in your report? Who will guide you? So for that there is a provision, and one supervisor can guide you, and accordingly you can choose your supervisor for your report writing. You can submit that to the study center, and if the study center is telling that directly to send to the regional center or the head office New Delhi, then it is okay. That time will come and you can consult with the coordinator of the study center.
ओके
But prior that you have to do a synopsis, and that synopsis is the skeletal format of the or your structural part of the report. It should be approved by the head office, and after getting approval of the head office, then you can proceed on for writing the full paged report.
ओके सर
आउ कार कोन पचारिवार जदि अछि डाउट क्लियरिंग पाई, राइट 1 o'clock, my time is over, then I can guide you. For that sake, I just wanted to tell you what are the things which are related to the MLS program. I just told all of you.
ओके थैंक यू सर
हाँ आ जदि किसी डाउट थिबो
Sir, one question, sir.
हाँ टेल मी.
Sir, what is the process for seminar
Seminar
presentation?
I told na, you are not in the right, you are not listening me, I think.
Yes, sir.
Four
Yes, sir. I have listened
seminars.
that I have.
4 seminars, again I am repeating. 4
sir.
seminars you have to participate. For that participation, you have to write 4 seminars. You have to submit those 4 seminars to the study center physically in print version.
Yes, sir.
ଏବେ ବୁଝି ପାରିଲ?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, submit the printed form. Printed. Printed version.
नॉट हैंडराइटिंग
हाँ प्रिंटेड वर्सन हेले चलिबो, हैंड राइटिंग हेले भी चलिबो.
Okay.
बोथ आर
Hello.
बोथ
Both are accepted. आउ गोटे कथा होची, it is the part and parcel of the study center to fix the day for Viva, means seminar, for delivering your seminar topic, and that will be done by the study center, that you will be knowing also, or the study center will inform you also the dates, the date, the date. Okay.
Okay, sir.
सर सर सेमिनार टॉपिक टा असाइनमेंट रे दिया जायनि सेटा दिया जायछि कि इट शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड बाय द काउंसलर द सेमिनार टॉपिक
हाँ
तो
टॉपिक
सेही
तमें निजे
जिनसटा
चेस कर पारो ना काउंसलर को पचारिबो पचारि कि नबो टॉपिक असुविधा नाही सपोज यू आर fixing a topic, you are choosing one best topic, that is also accepted. If you are not having that idea and you are dependent on your counselor, that also you may consult with a counselor. Counselor can give you a best topic, you can go through, you can go ahead on that topic. एथिरे असुविधा कोन अछि? असुविधा किछि
ओके
नाही.
सर
हमें बंद करिबा.
Okay, sir.
हां
ओके
Okay,
सर
sir.
थैंक यू सर
Thank you, sir.
तेरह पिला सुन. थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू आल्सो फॉर योर पार्टिसिपेशन. काई ना 19 टा पिला थिले फर्स्ट क्लास रे, मी कि 13 टा पिला रहिले, मु 16 टा देखतली, हेबे 13 टा. ठीक अछि. हैव यू रिटन योर रोल नंबर एंड नेम?
यस
ऑल
सर
ऑफ
Yes.
यू
Yes, sir.
हैव यू रिटन और
Already
नॉट?
mentioned, sir.
ऑलरेडी मेंशन. ओके. तमे समस्त तम ना एनरोलमेंट नंबर दी जण लिखि दियो. हाँ सुभाषिष पंडा एनरोलमेंट 20044. बाय दिस वे यू कैन राइट for record. As you have participated, for keeping the record, you can enroll or you can write your enrollment number and name. बंद कर लिया.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
वेलकम ऑल ऑफ
ना